My name is James Newkirk, and my instructor is Mrs. Rombach at Full Sail University, and today I'm going to be showing you my physics video project. I hope you enjoy it. Hey guys, what's up? This is my presentation about how physics is linked to my degree of video game design. When video games first came out, they had their own forms of physics. They tried their best to have the laws of actual physics, but they just didn't have the technology at the time, so they had to try and write it in with code. You know, they really didn't do that bad of a job. I mean, due to the limitation of technology that they had, they made excellent games like Pong and Space War. They were huge hits. I mean, God, who doesn't like Pong? I mean, I do. I love Pong. Now, technology has come a long way since then. We now have computers that can actually compute physics equations and give you the most realistic experiences that you could imagine. One of the things that people look for in video games is how realistic it is and how immersed you can become with the world of the video game. Here are a couple of physics engines out there today. You got the Havok engine right there, which is featured in games like Halo and the Assassin's Creed series. And then you got the physics engine, which is used in games like Unreal Tournament and Gears of War. Now you're probably thinking, well, they use the Unreal Engine. Well, the physics engine is a part of the Unreal Engine. The physics engine to video games is very crucial. What I mean by this is, say you're playing Halo 2. On the first level, you can go outside of the space station you are defending. You get to experience low gravity. Now, being a gamer, experiencing low gravity is really fun. I mean, you can jump really high and it's fun. Now, I'm going to show you two examples of me jumping in normal gravity and then jumping in low gravity. When I jumped in normal gravity, I hit the ground in 1 second from my maximum height. Now, when I jumped in the low gravity setting, it took me 2 seconds to hit the ground from my maximum height. Understanding physics is a very crucial part to making video games. If you have a grasp of physics, you can start to design interesting mechanics that revolve around them, just like what I just presented. And another example of this would be when Nintendo made their new Zelda game, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. There are moments in the game when you can skydive as Link. Link experiences air resistance during his fall towards the ground. I will show you what I mean. Now, another thing Nintendo did with this game is when you're on your bird can dive. This causes you to accelerate to terminal velocity, and this causes you to reach your max speed, and then when you level out, your bird will fly faster. You can see for yourself. Now, these mechanics the designers implemented are very much like real life if you were to skydive or fly in a plane. Now, my final example is going to be with Halo 4 and the Havok engine. They've implemented Newton's laws of motions with collisions, i.e. getting hit by vehicles and getting punched. All the examples I will show you all have Newton's laws incorporated into them. I will show you the melee clip first. Now, if you noticed, I sprinted at my opponent, who was at rest. When I hit them, I transferred my momentum into them, and then when they landed, the ground exerted an equal and opposite reaction and stopped the body from moving. Now, I will show you what happens when you hit someone with an ATV. Now, did you see what happened? I was moving faster and I had more mass than I previously did with the melee hit, and I ended up sending the body a further distance than before. This is Newton's second law in action right here. Now to show you what happens when a car hits you. Did you notice what happened? The first body you see is from when I did the melee hit 2 examples back. You can see the dramatic change in distance. Why, you ask? Newton's second law strikes again. I had more mass and I was going faster than I was when I did the melee hit and the hit with the ATV, so the distance between the melee body and the car body is greater. So, in conclusion, games wouldn't be able to provide the same feeling that they do now. Designers would be very limited to the mechanics that they could create and make the player feel like they are playing in a real world. Physics is very, very crucial to video games, and I am so glad I am learning so much.